you know, because I'm starting to do stuff on my other channel, and I've had people say, "Man, why don't you just put a video up on your 50,000 channel and tell them to go over to your 100-person channel?" I'm like, it doesn't work like that. You know, I mean, if it worked like, I mean, man, if it was really that easy, then I probably would just start just delete all the videos on there and put all the new videos on the live channel or whatever, you know. But it just doesn't work like that. So that's how that is. And of course, you know, most people, they don't have 50 some thousand, 100 some thousand YouTube subscribers. They don't know how it works. They don't know how it goes. They don't know how to build that up. I mean, you see, I don't know how long you guys have been following, but about 3 weeks ago, I had 200 followers on this account, and now I have over 2,000. So I know how to build audiences and followings. I have a proven track record of doing that. So I know what I'm doing. It's not by accident that every time I start a new account, I start getting thousands of people following. It's not an accident. But I want to answer your question, Mr. Sebastian. Where do you see hip hop going in the next 10 years? That is a great question. That is really, honestly, a great question. Okay, there's two ways I can answer that. You can look at the realist, through the eyes of a realist, or you can look at it through the eyes of an idealist, right? So looking at it through the eyes of a realist, hip hop in the next 10 years, it'll just keep doing the same stuff that it's doing, because right now hip hop, and we're talking about from a musical standpoint and just from a broad perspective standpoint of the masses, right? The way that the masses are looking at hip hop right now, because you got these talk shows, you got these reality shows with people that are like, chicks fighting over drug dealers, and they got tattoos all over this and all on their neck, and they got the long fake nails and the weaves and the fake boobs. As long as that type of imagery keeps getting put out, and the artists keep getting promoted that are getting promoted, the guys that got the rainbow tipped hair and rocking the purses, and they got the tight ass pants on, that's sagging down to their kneecaps and all that stuff. So you got that type of imagery going on, because that's important as well. Imagery is very important. And then just excuse me, then the frequency of the music. Where's my water? The frequency of the product that's being put out there, and the messages, all of the, I'm sipping on lean, I'm going in the club, I'm wearing Gucci, this and this and this. The money, the drugs, the materialism, just being such an integral thing and being heavily promoted, just materialism and death, homicide, hatred, depression. I mean, those are the energies being put out. And I could go on a deeper level, but I'm not. And on a deeper level with the frequency of the music, like the actual, I'm talking about from a scientific level, because they are tuning the music scientifically to fry your brain. Yes. And if you want to go deeper into that, just go on YouTube and do a search for 440 hertz, and you'll see everything that you need to know. They're tuning everything to 440 hertz, which is a higher frequency. What happens in a microwave? When you turn the frequency up, it cooks whatever is within the range of that frequency. So when you turn on that whoever, they're frying your brains. So just look it up. You'll see. But I'm doing a short story long type of thing right now. I didn't mean to do that. But coming from the realist perspective, it'll just continue to just do what it's doing. And the mediocrity and the whackness will just continue. And the corporations are going to make more money, because they now have instated this, what do you call it? They instated this, the streaming model is a big thing. And that going forward, the streaming model is going to become the standard. And they have the power to make that happen. The same way, and I guess this is going to depend on your age, if you get this reference or not. the same way that VHS beat out Betamax, because the people that were pushing the VHS format just had more juice, and they just had enough juice to just push that format over Betamax, even though Betamax was superior to VHS. It's just something that happens. Or you could relate it to 2K football and Madden. The Madden people had enough juice to just push it over and surpass 2K based on politics and money. So that's what'll happen. From the realist perspective, it'll just continue to do what it's doing, because what would change it? What's going to change? Because in order for it to change, and this is where we get to the idealist perspective, in order for it to change, the people have to just say no more. You know, if a bunch of people are just like, all right, that's it, no more. I don't want to hear Lil Pistol, or I don't want to hear Young Killer. You know, I just, no more. I want some music that's going to be fulfilling. How you doing, Clizzily? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I don't want any more Lil Pistol, Young whoever. I need some, first of all, music that's musical, that has some melody, that's got some grit, that's got some boom, bap, boom, boom, bap, boom, bap. I need something that's just gonna move me, something that's got some soul, something that has some emotion, some energy, some beautiful instrumentation, man, that's gonna make me want to break dance or bob my head or whatever. I need some lyrics that not only got some flow and some energy, some dynamic, vocal movement and color to it, but some messages and some statements and some powerful affirmations inside the lyrics. When the people just say, I got to have some music that is going to touch my soul, like for real, and move me. I need something powerful. Then it's going to change. It's about the fans. The fans just have to stop feeding they got to stop feeding the machine. Because too often people just say, oh, well, that's what's out there, I'm just, it's all right, so I'm going to listen to it. It's all right. And it's like, you got to say no. You just have to say no. And the sad thing about it, I hate to go back to the realist perspective. The sad thing about it is people think that mediocre rappers are great now, because it's been so long. They've been putting out so much garbage for such a long time, and they've been pumping it and promoting it so hard that the mediocre guys look like they're great. Because in comparison, if you compare somebody like Drake or somebody like J. Cole to somebody like all these Lil Pistols and all that stuff, they look like they're great. Drake is not great. He's mediocre. He's not whack. He's not garbage. He's not trash. He's just okay. But people think Drake is great. Drake is not great. Rakim is great. Coogee Rap is great. Redman is great. You know what I'm saying? Those motherfuckers are great. Scarface is great. That's great. And people say, why you keep bringing up the old guys and this and that and the third, and you on the old man stuff. I'm like, no, I'm comparing everybody on a historical context. I'm not comparing today to today. I'm comparing everything to everything. Okay? I'm comparing everything to everything, because I've heard everything. You know what I'm saying? I heard Melly Mel. I've heard the Fat Boys. I heard the Beastie Boys. I lived all of that. Run DMC. You were talking about 3 Times Dope, Lords of the Underground, DOS Effects. I mean, you can just go down the whole list. Go down the whole list. You know what I'm saying? Gangster Nip, Spice One, Ghetto Boys, X-Rated, E40, Rappin' Forte. Go down the whole list. You know what I'm saying? So I'm comparing everything to everything. I'm going through the Wu-Tangs, the Fugees, all of that. So when you compare Drake to those guys, like I said, he's just okay. And it's not a diss. It's just real. Gangstar. There you go. Tribe Called Quest. You can just go on and on and on. But that's all I'm saying. So I hope I wasn't too long with the answer.